everyone, welcome back. My name's Dustin Crace, and today I just came down to the game room, decided I was going to play the game that I'm working on for the next game discussion, and saw this huge pile of stuff that I need to make a video on. So I said, screw it, it's time to make this video. I got a few more things still coming in the mail, but I'm not going to worry about that. If they're all that crazy, they'll get their own video anyway. So let's go ahead and just get into this because it's going to be a long one. Again, I'm going to do DVDs and CDs and things like that, so I'll let you know when the games are over. If you're just here for that, you don't care about anything else, then you can click off once we get through the games. And the first thing I'm going to show, I picked up an NES cart. Picked up Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt. And you're probably saying to yourself, now Dustin, you already have that game. Why did you go out and pick up another copy of it? This is for Undead Space Monkey 1. And as you can see, has my name on there in permanent marker. He's doing some kind of crazy thing. So, I don't know, he just wants people to send him in all these carts with their YouTube handle on it, and he's going to do something with it. I don't know what, but I figured, yeah, I can go out and find, Super Mario Brothers for like $3 and, just mail it up to Canada for him. So, going to be shipping this out probably tomorrow, so hopefully he'll get it sometime this week, and he can add it to what I imagine will be a huge stack of NES carts. So if you haven't checked out Undead Space Monkey 1, definitely go check out his channel. I really enjoy him. Found him through Ballin' Nick. And, well, actually, I think he started commenting on my videos. I can't remember which came first, me finding him on Ballin' Nick or commenting on the videos. But, really enjoy his stuff, and, always enjoy talking to him. So, this is coming your way, man. So, look out for it. What do I want to do next? Let's go ahead and go to, a Game Boy pickup. I just got my, Game Boy Advance player over there. And, I thought I'd better pick up some Game Boy games. So, found this one. The cover art really intrigued me. It's called Roland's Curse on the Game Boy. And what it is, it's kind of like a poor man's Zelda. It's that top-down sort of action RPG look and feel, but I hear it's a very short game. So it's going to be interesting to see what this actually entails when I actually throw it in and play it. Oh, geez, dropping it. But really looking forward to it. It's always fun to try a new thing, and I just bought this based on the art on the cover there, and it was only $1.99, so I figured, what the hell. So, Roland's Curse by Sammy. So, there you go. Super Nintendo picked up one thing, found it at a half-price books for a pretty good price. That is Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. I remember playing this game back in the day and really enjoying it, although Baby Mario is incredibly annoying. But I think it's one of those games that you have to have for the Super Nintendo. So picked it up, looking forward to going back and experiencing those watercolor graphics again for the first, not for the first time, but for the first time in a long time, we'll put it that way. Also picked up on the Game Boy Advance Fire Emblem, the first Fire Emblem game on the Game Boy Advance. Really looking forward to getting into this. I love the Fire Emblem series. And now that I can play it on the big screen over there at the Game Boy Advance player, I'm definitely going to be delving into these Game Boy Advance Fire Emblems in anticipation for Fire Emblem Awakening for the 3DS, whenever that is going to come over here. It's been announced, but I don't think they have a date yet for it yet, so going to be exciting times. If you are a long-time watcher of the channel, you know that my friend Steven, the Laggy Gamer, sent me a package a while ago, and he sent me a game called Azuna 2. Well, I didn't have Azuna 1, so just one day I was out at Half Price Books, and I was just perusing their DS games, and I saw the spine for Azuna. And I was like, yes, I'm picking that up. And, I might have paid a little bit too much for it. I can't remember what it was, but I think it was like $15. But, I had the second one, so I needed the first one to sort of, I don't know, I just like playing the games in order. But I saw that there, snatched it up, didn't even think about it, and I was like, done. So, really looking forward to getting this to start and then getting to Azuna 2. My friend Mr. Norwegian Noob played this game, and he liked it, but he said it was challenging, so I'm kind of interested to see what it's all about. And it's got random dungeons, which I didn't really like in, was it Evolution on the DS, or not the DS, the Dreamcast. And I guess it doesn't really matter, because I don't know. But it's just, there's just something about the randomness of the dungeons that I didn't like. But maybe this one does it a little bit better. We'll see. So, yeah. Izuna 1. I also picked up Professor Layton and the Diabolical Box. Now, I didn't get Curious Village because for some reason I can't find Professor Layton games anywhere. So I won't actually start this one until I get Curious Village because I think that's the first one, if I'm not mistaken. And even though I don't think the stories connect game to game, I want to play them in order. It's a OCD tick of mine. I have to play the games in order. So, but I found it for a very good price and picked it up, and now I'm going to be looking for the other ones because I really do want to give these a shot. I have a friend at work who plays these and just loves them to death, so really excited to finally get into the Professor Layton series, and I love Level 5, so going to be a good time. Did a massive pickup for the PlayStation 1. And a lot of these games I found for really cheap. Really none of them I paid very much for, to be honest with you. So let's go ahead and get into it. The first game I picked up was Blaster Master Blasting Again, which I couldn't remember if this is an okay game. I know there's a Blaster Master out there that's like abysmal, but I don't think it's this one. And I found this at Half Price Books for $2. And then when I went to a retro game store, they had it there for like 10. So I think I found a very good price for it. I'm actually really interested in playing it because I love Blaster Master on the NES. I've just never been able to beat it. So I'm actually excited to see what they do with this one. So if you guys have played this one, let me know what you think of it because I was really excited to see that there for $2. And you know, if it turns out to be the bad one and I hate it, well, I only spent $2 on it. So, yeah. So Blaster Master. And then this next one, I did a video for it, and some people seem to like it, and that is Gekio Shooting King. And a really fun shmup on the PlayStation 1. It's got a very sort of laid-back style to it. Whereas I find most shooters, which I've been playing a lot of like the Manic Bullet Hell ones on the Xbox 360. And when you go to one like this, or like Raiden Fighters Aces, which is another great game on the 360, you got to pick that one up. You can find it for cheap. It just has sort of a laid-back pace to it, and I really like that in these shooters. And it is kind of easy, but if you, it's one of those things where it ramps the difficulty up as you continue on, of course. And you can always set the difficulty level higher. But I really enjoyed this one. I'm really glad I picked it up. This was kind of a suggestion from Mr. Norwegian Noob. He picked up the European PlayStation 2 compilation that this was on. And I watched his video on that and really thought it was going to be something worth picking up. So, and it was. So thank you, Mr. Norwegian Noob. I also picked up another game. It kind of goes along with something that I have coming in the mail, which has taken... I ordered the damn thing in March. Yeah. March? Jesus. No, that can't be right. It had to be May. Yeah, one of the M's. I don't know. One of the M's. But it's taken a long time to get here. But I picked up the Grand Stream Saga. This is sort of the fourth unofficial part of the Heaven and Earth trilogy that was done by Quintet on the Super Nintendo. And I hear it's kind of an average game, but I put it in just to make sure it played. And it had some pretty beautiful anime cutscenes starting the game off. I never got to the gameplay aspect because I was playing something else at the time. I just wanted to make sure it worked. But I'm going to play the Heaven and Earth trilogy, even though it's kind of 4 games, in order. So I'm probably going to be playing Soul Blazer here soon. But I had to pick this one up. And who knows, maybe it's a sort of an unsung gem on the PlayStation 1. But looking forward to finally getting to this. Another shmup that I picked up was Ray Crisis. Series Termination. And as you can see, it is a Working Designs game. And gorgeous foil cover, and the back is foil as well. And the manual is just fantastic. I mean, I love Working Designs, and you know, getting some of their shmups is going to be a fun thing to do as well, because they release a lot of RPGs, but they also release shmups as well. A pretty awesome game. It is the sequel to Galactic Attack. So if you watched my first try on that game, and it seemed really interesting, this is in that series as well, so look for this one, because it's actually a lot of fun to play as well. And then finally, rounding out my PlayStation 1 pickups, 2 RPGs that I've been looking at for a very long time. One in particular. The first game of the series, I don't really know if it's going to be really that great or not, but the second one looks really gorgeous. And that is Saga Frontier and Saga Frontier 2. Found these for a really good price and said, you know what, I did want to get these. And the Saga series is kind of a weird one. It's one of those sort of love it or hate it series. And I really wanted to give it a really good shot, so picked these up, and really looking forward to playing them, especially 2, with that gorgeous, like, watercolor type graphics. You know, I don't know. The gameplay might not be that great, but I just noticed that this is not the original game case, because it has a Warner Brothers little, like, imprint on the back of the plastic case. That's funny. When record companies would actually print on the CD plastic case itself, Warner Brothers. So that's kind of funny, but oh well, who cares? It's just a jewel case. But really looking forward to getting into these games here. Need a beer because my voice, as you can tell, is going crazy. These pickup videos, man, they're fucking long. I gotta back off. Or not. Next one is Gunlord by NG Dev Team, and I did a sort of an unboxing for this, and I did a first try on this as well. A fantastic game for the Dreamcast. Support these guys because they're making new content for a dead system, so that is always amazing, and I love it. Gunlord, fantastic stuff. Now I had a burp because of the beer. Went to my game store in Mount Vernon, Ohio, and found some great stuff, one of which I've been looking for a long time, and I snatched it up before I even knew what I was picking up, and I just saw the label on the side and said, boom, there it is. And that is Grim Grimoire on the PlayStation 2. It's a Vanillaware game, and kind of a strategy, a real-time strategy RPG. Really seems very interesting, and I'm looking forward to starting this sometime. Like every game, I'm looking forward to starting it, but I never do. But just gorgeous, gorgeous art. I love Vanillaware. I love the hand-drawn aspect of the graphics, so looking forward to giving this one a shot. I also picked up Genji, Dawn of the Samurai, because I have the second game in the series for the PlayStation 3, and I picked that up for like $4. I picked this up for like $1.99. And, you know, I'm looking forward to it. I think this one actually got really good reviews, and then, of course, the second one kind of got lambasted because of the giant crab monster or whatever it was. But really looking forward to playing this game. I don't know, just looking through the manual and stuff, it seems really interesting. So who knows, maybe it won't be that great, but $2, why not? Another interesting game I picked up, I don't really know anything about it, but I was looking at the case, and it just intrigued me so much. That is Steambot Chronicles. And I almost want to do a video on just unboxing this game itself, because the manual in this thing is insane. Is Atlus, you know, back in the PlayStation 2 days, at the height of their power, just putting out stuff. This is like a sandbox JRPG. So take like, you know, like Grand Theft Auto and put it in like you know, or take Skyrim and put it in a JRPG world. And I guess you have this game right here. But the manual is just fantastic. You know, gorgeous art there. You know, it's in full color. And then the kicker that got me is you get to the end and the project lead writes you a note talking about, you know, why they chose this game to release over here and why they think it's special and why they think I will enjoy it, you know. Just really, it shows how game companies back in the day, especially like Atlus, they really tried to connect with their audience, and so I don't even know if this is going to be any good or not, but it seems very interesting, and you know, just for the manual alone, it was worth the pickup. So, looking forward to that. GameCube, I picked up Battalion Wars. I don't know if it's actually any good or not, but it was really cheap there at GameStop, and I like the Advance Wars series, and I think it's the same people. I'm not sure. But, you know, for the price it was, I'd give it a shot, and it's just something to add to my GameCube collection, so. Next game, get into the modern stuff here. A lot of people told me I should pick this up after doing my Alan Wake video, so I did. And it was really hard to find. Like, I used to see this thing in GameStops all the time, and now I can't find them anywhere. And I had to order it on Amazon, and that is Deadly Premonition. So I don't know if it's actually, I mean, I've read that it's kind of a very divisive game. Some people really love it, some people really hate it, but I really just kind of want to experience it to see what people were talking about. I think it was TG Apulus. I can never say her name, I'm sorry. That told me that this is very Twin Peaks-esque, and I love Twin Peaks, so I had to go out and get this. So, looking forward to starting this, and I might actually start this not super soon, but sometime here this year. Up next, for the PS3, my wife decided she was going to surprise me one day, and she picked up Uncharted 3. So now I got to go play Uncharted 2. And so I can get to this one, and really excited for this. She knew I really wanted it, but I was waiting for it to get cheap because I knew there's going to be a million copies of it out there. So yeah, looking forward to Uncharted 3. What else are you going to say about it? It's Uncharted. And finally, for the game, well, not quite finally, but for the games here, the Wii, picked up some stuff. Picked up A Boy and His Blob, just because I've heard so many great things about it, and you have to love a video game with a hug button. In our violent, horrible times, a video game with a hug button. You gotta love it. And then two things that have been sorely missing from my collection, and that is No More Heroes and No More Heroes 2. GameStop has these things for a song, so I picked these up, and you know, why not? So I'm really looking forward to getting into this wackiness. I think it's gonna be a fun time. Yes. So. And then finally, the last thing for video games, like I said, I just got done playing Alan Wake, loved it, so I found the strategy guide. I know I picked up the strategy guide after I beat the game, but I love looking through strategy guides when I'm sitting on the can, you know, I don't know why, you know, it kind of makes me remember the game and remember the fun I had in it, and I really like how they did this. It's a little hard to use, but it's interesting how they did it, where it's like a narrative. It's actually like a book guiding you through the game. So, really interesting way of doing it, and really kind of a beautiful, beautiful strategy guide. So, that's it for the game stuff. And now we're going to get into DVDs and movies. Or DVDs and music. And then we'll be done. One thing that I have coming to me that I don't have yet is Season 1 of Star Trek The Next Generation on Blu-ray. I ordered that off Amazon. They have it for half off. So I was like, well, where else am I going to find it for that price? So ordered that, and it should be coming sometime this week or next week. It gets released tomorrow. But, you know, I don't need it right away. Another thing I picked up the complete first season of Adventure Time. I love Adventure Time. It's like a guilty pleasure of mine. It's just... It's one of those things that's like brilliantly stupid, or stupidly brilliant. I don't know which one is correct, but I just love kind of the zany innocence of it. It really makes me feel like a kid again, and really been enjoying it. So, Adventure Time, definitely pick it up. And then I picked up the Blu-ray of a movie that I wanted to pick up for a long time. I love the director. I picked up Boogie Nights. And Best Buy had it on sale, so I was like, yeah, finally, I'll finally pick it up. So now I have Boogie Nights, and you get to enjoy that. Let's go with music, and this stuff, I had these in order at one point in time, and then I started listening to them, and they're out of order now, but who cares? The first CD I picked up was Dentel's Dumb Luck. I really loved their Dentel's first album, and I loved the Postal Service as well. If you don't know, Dentel is one of the other guy, Jimmy Tamborello, I think that's how you say his last name, of the Postal Service. So if you like the Postal Service, definitely check out Dentel, because we'll probably never get another Postal Service album ever again. But Dentel's still making music, so gotta love that. For some reason, I've been really in an 80s synth pop mood. So when I was at Half Price Books, I picked up a copy of Duran Duran's Greatest Hits. I just really wanted to listen to Come Undone. It's one of those great, I think it's a great song, and I just really wanted to listen to it, so. I also have been, let me put these in some, yeah, let me get these together here. I've been kind of in a, like I said, an 80s sort of synth pop, I don't know what the genre really would be for these guys. but I picked up Depeche Mode's Exciter. And, you know, Depeche Mode is one of those things that in my CD collection is just like a huge hole, and I need to fill it. So I found this, picked it up, and really love it, and I cannot shake the song Dream On. I've been listening to it almost for a week straight now, so there you go. Went to FYE and found David Gahan's Paper Monsters album for $1.44. New! And it's the deluxe edition. Obviously, they're just trying to get rid of these things. But for that price, I couldn't, you know, not pick it up. And, you know, while it doesn't really grab me as much as Depeche Mode does, it's still pretty good. So, worth $1.44. But, yeah. So, picked that up. Also, I've been in a real George Carlin mood. And that's thanks to my friend Jonathan Rector. He and I talked one night about George Carlin, and so I picked up What Am I Doing in New Jersey, which is hilarious and fantastic, and then Complaints and Grievances, which is not as good, but, you know, what are you going to do? So, got those. Been loving those. Picked up Dido, Safe Trip Home. Little known fact, I love Dido. I loved, you know, and I love her voice, and I think she's just, like, one of the hottest chicks out there. And, yeah, so I picked this up. It's really kind of laid back and chill. I really like that. It's nice to listen to after a long, hard day of work, so got that. Also picked up Porcupine Tree's The Incident, and I'm actually really impressed with this, and I actually forgot how awesome Porcupine Tree are, and so I definitely need to go out and pick up more of their albums, and but yeah, this one is a good one, guys. Pick that one up. And not finally, but almost finally, I've been really in the mood to listen to Queens of the Stone Age. They're a band that I've always really liked, but I've never picked up any of their albums. So I picked up Songs for the Deaf and Lullabies to Paralyze. And I've been listening to these a lot and really love Songs for the Deaf. I really love that sort of radio motif that they have with it. It's really, it's quite different. And I love the production on this, how everything sounds so flat. You know, when you listen to CDs, you want the sound to like envelop you, you know. You want it to be deep and dense. But this CD goes in the opposite direction, and I think it's kind of a brilliant sound in a lot of ways. And then finally, and this video's in the can, I picked up a piece of vinyl at Half Price Books. And when I saw it, I had to have it because I actually really love... I don't really... This band's kind of changed their sound over the years, but I love this album. And that is Long Waves, The Strangest Things. And the song Wake Me When It's Over is like one of those songs that if I ever made a soundtrack to my life, that song would be on that soundtrack. I love that song. And I just saw the artwork there for this album, and it was only like $4. And I was like, yes, I have to pick it up. And, you know, I really think I am going to start buying vinyl here soon. I think CDs are really on the way out. I think they're going to stop making them. But vinyl will always be around, I think. So, but I just love how big the artwork is, and listen to it. It sounds great. No scratches on it. So, really happy to have this. And produced by Dave Friedman. Hold on. Dave Friedman, who is the producer for all of the Flaming Lips albums, or not all of them, but most of them. I love his production. So, you know, if you haven't listened to Long Waves, The Strangest Things, and the song Wake Me When It's Over, go on YouTube and check it out. It's one of my favorite songs of all time. But that's it. That's the pickups for what the hell month is this? July. So, got a couple more things coming in the mail. One thing I didn't have here, I am picking up Dream Drop Distance. I have it pre-ordered. We'll be picking that up on the 31st. So I need to put Birth by Sleep in and finish that up. So, but anyway, guys, this has gone on long enough. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care. I'll see you next time.